Hey, this is Ewan here from the2traders.com. So the big announcement today is that the chat room has been open for about 24 hours now. So if you go to the website, if you just go to the chat room, I've unlocked that. And we've been having quite a lot of people posting some analysis. And the idea of this is that you're going to get some new perspectives. Hopefully, I'm not going to be the only one sharing things in here, and I haven't been. But the idea is that other people are going to be sharing ideas, and you're going to get some new insights and new trade setups that aren't just going to come from me. So as well as doing the daily email update, if you're not already getting a daily email, then send me your email address and I'll just a list. So on top of doing that, I'm also going to be posting my day-to-day analysis in here. So for example, yesterday I posted this setup on the long for Bitcoin Cash, and if we just flick to Bitcoin Cash today, we can see that it's up pretty much $1,000 since I sent that setup. So some good stuff going on. I also posted some analysis for some upcoming trades, and we had a lot of people getting involved. So get involved in the chat room. Hopefully we'll have a lot of people kind of posting analysis in here in the next few days, and it'll really pick up. I think we had 20 of us in there last night, which is a really good start for the first day. So I'm just going to go through some of the trades I've got open at the moment. It's been a really good month again. I'm up around 20% on my eToro account. And unfortunately, Plus 500 has had some weird limitations on their crypto, so I'm only up about 8% on here. I say only, I'm up about 8% on here. So the big movers are Bitcoin Cash, which I've only been in for about 3 days now. This has kind of skyrocketed all the way from a kind of near the 1,000 level to nearly 4,000 today. And then Litecoin, another good move. And then I'm going to talk about a non-crypto move, which is Copper, which is also doing really well for me. So if I just flick back to this Bitcoin Cash that I showed a second ago, we can see that we had this original spike way back here in mid-November. We went all the way from 300, 400 up to 2,800. I never actually saw what this spike looked like. It was within a few hours, it went up from 1,600 to 2,800, then pulled back. But my entry signal was back here, so you can see that we had a breakout of the Bollinger Bands, which is my usual setup, but it also broke to an all-time high. So combining those two factors is usually a pretty good indication that a market's going to push up higher. And I think what happened here is apparently some major kind of Bitcoin influencer said to sell Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin Cash, and you can see since then we've had this kind of huge rocket up. We're nearly up, well, we're pretty much up 100%. On this move, so I've got a pretty decent sized position. Unfortunately, because I've not had access to Bitcoin Cash in both my brokers, I'm actually only trading half position sizes in all these, which is pretty frustrating because I should be up about 8,000 or 9,000 this month. I'm actually up about 4,500, maybe a little bit more, but it's still pretty good. I'm not going to be complaining too much. So this Bitcoin Cash move again, just flicking back. Depends what happens in cryptos across the board. I'm not sure how high we can go here. I want to see a little bit of consolidation ideally right now, because I don't want a repeat of what happened here where we blow up for 3 days and then we come back and lose half our value, if not more. I'd like to see a bit of consolidation, a bit of price stabilization, and then we'll hopefully push on to the next leg. So keep an eye on any signs of reversal or consolidation here, because I think the next kind of 24 to 48 hours are going to be pretty significant in determining where this market's going to go. So yeah, again, kind of reflect back to what happened here. Pretty much seeing the exact same pattern. Little spike, consolidation, break up higher, and we really don't want to see this break back down, because obviously if we're long, we don't want it to be pulling back and dropping 50%. On the flip side, we've got Litecoin, which is already pulling back a little bit. This typically follows the same kind of pattern as Bitcoin. So Bitcoin today has dropped to around the 16,000 level. We were at 20,000 a few days ago. And I did say that I thought it was going to sell off when we got to 20,000. It's a pretty psychologically significant level. I've got a lot of people going to be taking their profits around there. And it's exactly what we've seen, actually. If I can try and flick back from here to Bitcoin. Let's see if it's going to work while everything else is running at the same time. Here we go. So as you can see, we kind of had this test at the 20,000 level. Only, well, kind of, yeah, 20,000 depends on what website you're trading on. Sometimes went higher. But then we've retraced all the way back to 16,000. It's currently around 16,200. And if we look at Litecoin, we've pretty much seen the exact same thing. We had this test of the 340 level, pulled back and then broke a little bit higher. And since then, the last couple of days, it's been coming down a little bit. So this is one where I'm going to be looking to close exposure pretty soon. I actually got back in all the way down here at the 120 level. And again, if you're on the signals list, you should have got this signal. I sent this out, so everyone's going to be, or should have a pretty good profit if you got this trade as well, because it's up 300% since I originally got in. And I think, what's the profit on this? I had another position that was 1500 and then another 2000, so 3500 from this move, which again is really great, but I don't want to be pushing this too far. I don't want to be caught in this if it drops, so I'll probably close this either tomorrow or the day after. Definitely won't be holding it to Christmas, but yeah, just see where this goes the next few days. And the last move I want to talk about is this copper move. I want to kind of mix it up. I don't want to be talking about crypto all the time, because I want people to learn that you can trade any market the same way. It's not just cryptos that are going to be giving you profit out there. And when the crypto hype is over, you're going to have something to fall back on. So get used to trading FX and commodities as well. Although crypto is great and you're going to make a lot of money from it, or you can make a lot of money from it, sorry. These are the markets that are going to be there, or kind of trending the same way in a year, 2 year, 3 years time. So learn to trade these as well. And this copper move is a really good reinversion trade. I made a post about it the other day on how exactly to trade these. So what we had is the market, if I just zoom out a little bit, you can see the market's pretty bullish in this period. We go up nearly 30% since July. And then we have this period where it pulls back. We kind of have this consolidation between 3.2 and 3.1 or 3.05. And then it free falls off this area. So what we imagine is happening here, a lot of people are going to be taking their profits from this bull run. A lot of people who've been long since maybe back here, or maybe bought up here, we're taking their profits, and we see this big sell-off. But after this huge red bar here, the market actually consolidates a little bit. We have 3 days where pretty much doesn't move at all. And what we're going to see here is everyone who's been shorting in this period will start to buy their contracts back, and everyone who's still bullish is going to be seen as a pretty cheap price relative to how it's been in the last few months. So we see this momentum start to turn up, and then we get this almost exponential like boost out, and in 2 weeks we've gone from 2.9 to 3.2, which is all nearly a year, I think 1 or 2 year highs. If I just zoom out a little bit, we can see where this copper market's going. Let's have a look. Yeah, so pretty much the high since September 2014. So yeah, 3 years now. And if we break out the top of this band, there's a good chance we're going to go a lot higher here. So 3.2 is the level to watch. But this was a really good profit already. So I'm on 450 on eToro, but my big trade was on plus 500, where you can see I'm at £1,400, which is nearly $2,000. So nearly $2,500 on that move, which is the same as kind of a move like Litecoin or something similar, Ethereum. So just goes to show you can make profit on other moves. That's all I wanted to do today. Obviously, Christmas holidays are approaching, so obviously Merry Christmas, everyone. But there's going to be some pretty low volumes in most of the market, so don't expect to see as many trade setups. And you might also see some big volatility in especially things like cryptos, where they're going to be open over the Christmas holidays, but the number of people trading them is going to be pretty low. So we might see some really big volatility in those. We might even see some big crashes in some of the pairs if people start taking their profits before Christmas. So just be vigilant and keep safe. Make sure you use stop losses. Don't go just leaving all your trades exposed over the holidays. So yeah, that's it from me today. Make sure you do come and check out the chat room. We've had some really good conversations in here already, and you can see everyone's been pretty active. It's not just been me talking. You've probably heard enough of me by now. So yeah, make sure you join the chat room and feel free to ask any questions. Thanks for watching.